Okay, today is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. We're at 19830 Merriman Court in Livonia. We're going to do a diagnostic televise of the sanitary sewer. As you can see here, we're in a closet. You can see we have the gas here, and we have a sewer clean out here in the floor. The sewer does go out to the front of the house. We believe the sewer main to be across the street. The sewer was jetted, and there's possible issues with the clay tile. So we're going to do a diagnostic televise at this time. We're also going to locate any areas, possible issues or problems. As you can see here, this is the 4-inch cast iron. You can see we have a small root infiltration right here at the top of the pipe. The cast iron does have some scale buildup, but it's not too bad at this time. Here you can see we actually have some PVC. This is a lower level part of the house, and then there's part of the house that's on crawl. And you can see here we go back to the 4-inch cast iron. And you can see here is where we change to the clay tile. You can see on the left-hand side in the 9 o'clock position, we have a Y in the clay. That's possibly something that picks up either a storm or possibly a gutter drain. As you can see here, we do have a piece of tile that's missing. We do have roots in this area. We're going to pull back slightly. You can see as you can see, we have a crack that runs along the bottom of the tile here as well. Here you can see we have another crack. Starting looks up around the 2 to 3 o'clock position, and it rolls around to the bottom. You can see we have another hole in the pipe here at this point as well. These are areas that when we pull back, we will actually locate these areas in the yard to see where we're at. As you see, we're able to get over that area. We're going to continue our televise downstream. Here again, you can see we have more cracked tile. You can see just past this joint looks to be a circumferential crack that goes around the pipe, and also here it continues along the bottom. Here you can see we have more cracking. Okay, here you can see that the sewer changes over to PVC at this point. We are going to continue our televise. This is possibly a repair. As you can see, the PVC continues. We're going to continue our recording all the way out to the city main. You can see it goes back to clay tile. It has a slight offset. Here you can see we have some calcite buildup that's at this joint. Okay, here you can see the clay tile that is downstream of the PVC that was replaced. At this point it appears to be in good condition. We just had the one joint with some calcite But so far everything else appears to be in good shape. So it would appear from the cast iron transition to the upstream side of the PVC is the area that we have the most issues with at this point in time. Again, you can see we have some calcite buildup at this joint here as well. Here we're pulling back slightly and we're trying to look at the bottom of the pipe. You can see right here it appears to be what appears to be a crack in the bottom. It's hard to be 100% with this one, whether it's a crack or just a line the way the tile is, but you can see how it kind of varies. Here you can see we have some more calcite buildup. Okay, and here you can see we are actually at the city main at this point. We are going to go ahead and mark our push rod, just so if we need to be able to get a measurement. So we are going to pause our recording here for a minute. Okay, we marked our push rod with black tape here at the main. We are going to mark the start and stop of the PVC with a red, just so we can kind of get an idea of the different measurements of the piping. Okay, we're going to mark this with red on our push rod, and we're also going to go outside and see if we can locate this in the front yard. We want to put a flag and get a depth as well. Okay, we've marked this in the middle of the yard. It's down approximately 6 foot deep. We are going to pull back here through the PVC. Again, we'll pause at our transition to clay tile again. We will go ahead and locate that as well. We'll also mark our push rod in red. There is a chance that this repair and the clay tile that is upstream of this repair is under part of the house that's actually an addition. We believe that the front part of the house was addition, that the back part of the house is original. We'll try and confirm that if we can when we locate and see where we're at, where it transitions. Okay, as you can see, we have the transition right here. So again, we're going to pause our recording. We will mark our push rod in red, and then we will go ahead and locate. Okay, we're going to pull back again to our transition area. As you can see right here, we have located this. This is outside of the house. It's down 5 feet. It's about 2 feet in front of the front porch, right in line with a rose bush. We did mark this with a flag. The clay tile that you're going to see as we pull back, this clay tile is under the addition that was built on the front part of the house. So it's under the crawl space. And as you can see here, as we pull back, you can see the cracking in this tile. Again, we're going to mention the areas as we pull back. We did mention them as we were pushing the camera in, but you do get a little bit different visual as we pull back. You can see a crack that's running along the bottom. You can see here we have another crack that's starting up in the 3 o'clock, and it runs down. It's running along the bottom of the pipe again. Here you can see as well we have a larger crack that goes in a couple of different directions. You can see here it spiders out, goes along the bottom and also circumferential up to the top of the pipe. You can see here also we have small areas with cracking underneath. Here you can see another large circumferential crack going around towards the top. Here you can see we have a large hole where the pipe is actually broken out here in this section. You can see this is an area that has some heavy root infiltration, and also you can see that there's a small void in the bottom where it's holding water. You can see this tile cracked as well. And you're going to see here we have another large crack. You can see this continues on, and it does have heavy root infiltration in this area still. Here, this gives you a better view of the crack itself on the roots that are still in the joint at this time. And as you can see, that is just before we transition to cast iron. And you can see the opening we have here in the 9 o'clock position. This is possibly either for storm or it could be for an old gutter, but there's no way to confirm what the opening is at 9 o'clock. And again, this is the cast iron. We will pull back from this location. You will see we do have an area of PVC that we believe picks up the laundry and the kitchen. As you can see, here's the PVC for the addition, and then we do come back to the cast iron before we come out of the clean out that's located in the closet.